All right, we are now just 3 months away from the biggest sporting event in the world. The FIFA World Cup kicks off June 11th in Mexico, and here in Houston, where 7 of those matches are scheduled, it is all hands on deck to make sure safety is the priority. This morning, HPD laid out plans to the city's Public Safety Committee about what they've been working on with their agency partners and just how enormous an undertaking all this is, from protecting fans, NRG, and team training locations for the duration of that tournament. All right, so the flags shown here represent the countries scheduled to play in Houston during the group play stage, including the Netherlands, Germany, and Cristiano Ronaldo's national team, Portugal. Keith's going crazy right now. 2 teams are still to be determined, by the way, as qualifications continue through March. So we'll get to that when we find out who those winners are. But as we get into the knockout round matches later in the tournament, fan turnout's only expected to intensify. For those watching from FanFest downtown, HPD provided a bird's eye view of the blueprint, which is adjacent to Shell Energy Stadium, running roughly from Polk Street to Texas Avenue between Hutchins and Emancipation. Capacity is between 5,000 and 7,500 fans. HPD intends to support roughly 34 days of FanFest. There's also the high probability of fan marches during the World Cup. Those will likely happen on match days, and pop-up marches are a possibility. So how do you make sure pedestrians and motorists are safe? It was one question presented to HPD's Assistant Chief Megan Howards this morning.
And have you studied how other cities have handled the fan marches?
Yes, there's been a lot of research that's gone into this. Within the U.S., we do see fan marches at different scales. And just to give an example, when the Dodgers come to Houston to play the Astros, they always select some place downtown and they march as a very large group to Dyken Park. So we're not totally unfamiliar with this. We have done a lot of research to see how they are managed in other countries, in Europe. The location of NRG doesn't have that same dynamic, and we understand how they're done elsewhere. And we're also applying what's unique to Houston and trying to make sure that we have plans to adjust and recommendations so that there's a positive experience, but one that also does not create unintended problems for Houston.
The committee also asked whether the city would be reimbursed for any of the security expenses. Chief Howard said yes, she expects HPD overtime and equipment expenses to be covered, due in part to congressional funding passed last summer and also grant money that is pending approval. HPD is coordinating with county, state, and federal authorities to make sure every match, every FanFest opportunity, and fan march is safe and organized. We'll, of course, keep you posted on updates as the countdown continues, Keith.